There are many ways the world and life on Earth could come to an end. Here are 5 that are possible in your lifetime. Gammaray Burst. A gamma-ray burst is a concentrated beam of gamma rays created during the death of supermassive stars and at the birth of a supermassive black hole. "30% of gamma-ray bursts only last a few seconds. The remaining 70% can last as long as 2 days. After an initial flash of gamma rays, a longer-lived afterglow is emitted: X-rays, ultraviolet, optical, infrared, microwave, and radio waves. These afterglow effects can have many effects to life on Earth, causing cancers, damage to satellites, and astronauts. A direct hit from a gamma-ray burst from a source located within our own galaxy would result in a depletion of ozone on a massive scale. The ozone depletion is caused by chemical reactions of the oxygen and nitrogen in the atmosphere. These chemicals would also create a deep haze, blocking much of the sunlight that plants need to perform photosynthesis. Needless to say, life cannot exist without an ozone in plants. Life would burn and starve to death. Fortunately, all massive and dangerous gamma-ray bursts have been observed outside of our galaxy. But that doesn't mean that one from billions of light years wouldn't still cause the same effects. Supervolcanoes. Supervolcanoes are much like regular volcanoes, except that they are much larger, covering tens of miles. Whereas a regular volcano is a few acres in size. Krakatoa, a regular volcano, was obliterated in a catastrophic eruption in 1883, unleashing a huge tsunami, killing more than 36,000 people, and destroying over 2/3 of the island where it existed. The explosion is considered to be the loudest sound ever heard in modern history, with reports of it being heard up to 3,000 miles from its point of origin. Typical volcanoes do not erupt in this manner, however it shows the power that is possible. Yellowstone in the US is a supervolcano. This is why it has so many hot springs, pools, and geysers. Magma is much closer to the surface than the entire area. Yellowstone is thought to be on the verge of erupting. The ground has been steadily rising, and the activity of the springs and geysers are increasing as well. If Yellowstone were to erupt, ash clouds would spread across the entire US, covering most of it in a blanket of ash 13 inches deep. The effects would not be localized to the US. The ash and other dangerous gases would spew into the atmosphere, causing a nuclear winter, blocking out the sun worldwide. Global temperatures could drop significantly, causing starvations as crops die. Many areas would become unlivable as they would be too cold, like Canada and Russia. If anyone were to survive the initial ash, gas, and winter, they would be set back to the Stone Age. The Sun. Our sun has the potential to kill us at any moment, and there is little we could do to prepare. The immediate and most likely problem our sun could send our way are coronal mass ejections. Coronal mass ejections are massive particle storms that could wipe out our magnetic protection and destroy our satellites. This same massive storm would rip through to the Earth's surface and kill many electronic devices circuits that are powered on, and many that aren't shielded. The electrical grid in many developed countries would be damaged extensively, as the charged particles would cause massive overvoltages, blowing out transformers. A magnetic reversal of the Earth's poles poses these same threats, however the sun wouldn't have to hit us with a massive storm. The Earth's magnetic poles are showing strong signs that they will switch sometime during our lifetime. If the Earth's magnetic poles switch, there is a period of many hundreds of years where the field is greatly weakened. This weakened field allows much more cosmic radiation to easily pass through to us. If this isn't enough, the sun will in fact begin to swell as it burns through its hydrogen and eventually engulf the Earth, taking any life with it. Asteroids. This is one we have all heard and feared at some point. However, it is a very real and dangerous possibility. There are many asteroids out there that we are watching and have a good idea about their trajectories well into the future, enough to not be scared that they will hit us. The ones we don't know about are the ones that scare us. In the last decade, there have been some that have surprised us, such as the Chelyabinsk meteor that entered the Earth's atmosphere over Russia on 15 February 2013. This asteroid was only about 20 meters across, but caused a large shockwave that blew out windows in hundreds of buildings.
И сгорел там, да?
Another asteroid with the size of about 30 meters, 2017 AG-13, zoomed terrifyingly close to Earth on January 11, 2017. We did not know of this asteroid until mere hours before it made its closest approach. 2017 AG-13 got within half the distance of the Moon to Earth. 2017 AG-13 would have likely exploded high in the atmosphere with the force of 700 kilotons. The Nagasaki bomb was 20 kilotons. There are measures and devices in place attempting to see asteroids before they get too close. NEOCAM, Near-Earth Object Camera, an infrared telescope surveying the sky for potentially damaging asteroids that have orbits intersecting with Earth's. It is estimated that we have discovered about 60% of the asteroids in our inner solar system. However, we find 5 new asteroids every day. Even if we were able to discover an Earth-ending asteroid headed our way, there is nothing we can really do. Hitting an asteroid with the largest nuclear weapon we have wouldn't so much as scratch it, and certainly would not stop it. Global warming. This is a topic of much debate. But if life expectancy continues to grow and medical treatments advance greatly in the next 30 years, you may live to see this happen. Many government officials would have you believe that this is a made-up topic and that science hasn't proven anything. A large number of scientists and meteorologists beg to differ, citing trends in weather patterns that point to minute changes that will eventually grow. Global temperatures are rising, and ice is melting at a rate never before seen. the ice at the polar caps is receding and not returning as it would normally do. Core samples from ancient bedrock can show that similar changes to what we are seeing came just before massive warming and extinction events. If the temperatures continue to rise at the rate we are seeing now, in the next 100 years the coastal towns of the world could be underwater. If nothing is done then, and the rate of fossil fuels continues to elevate, then the Earth can begin a runaway greenhouse effect. Earth may end up looking a lot more like Venus. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, let me know in the comments why.